Warning, this video is literally me ranting and complaining for 7 straight minutes about Ready Player One. That's it. That's the whole video. If you're easily triggered, I'd recommend you click away now. Also, massive spoilers ahead for the book and the movie. You've been warned. Angry Parzival, hello. I see we've got a Ready Player One fan in our midst. All right, Parzival, I need to talk about this, okay? We need to talk about how effing bad the movie was. It was so bad, chat. They destroyed it in every conceivable way. I can rant for 3 straight hours about this. Amy hasn't even read the book, and we saw that movie, and for like a full straight hour, even though she had no idea what I was talking about, I told her all the things they effed up in the movie and didn't do from the book. I was so mad the whole car trip home. And I went online, and Rotten Tomatoes is like, yeah, Steven Spielberg did a really good job adapting it for the big screen. And I was like, what? No, he didn't. If you read the book, you would know that he did not at all. Dude, I was so mad about it.
This is actually kind of legit scary right now.
It was worse than the Harry Potter adaptations.
Wow.
Which are only bad based on not having enough time in a movie to go through everything. At least they didn't change huge, major plot points for no reason and just downgrade them. Should you read the book? I mean, it's a really good book. I listened to the audiobook. It was amazing. I definitely recommend it. Apparently, he didn't want it to be similar to the book and wanted his take on how it may go. Oh, really? The amount of times that Tracer from Overwatch popped up in the movie when the book was written, like however many years ago before Overwatch came out, it just triggered me so hard. And just the way that he met Artemis and the way they ruined Artemis in my mind. And wasn't she supposed to have black hair and be beautiful and not be some little pixie Twilight looking meme face? You know when he says, Artemis says, welcome to the rebellion?
Welcome to the rebellion. Wait.
There was no rebellion. And also, that's not how that works. And also, they didn't meet like that until the very end. It's the final scene of the book. That's where they meet, and it's an epic reveal, okay? They don't just meet LOL in real life like 10 minutes in, dude. Am I right, chat? Did somebody back me up? Cheers, love. The cavalry's here. Oh, yeah, shut up, Tracer. How about that? You're not even supposed to be here for like 20 years. I was trawling forums looking for someone to hate on the film with me who had read the book, and I just couldn't find it. And I was just like, am I the only one? This movie is a 1 out of 10 in comparison to the book. And yet Rotten Tomatoes is like, oh yeah, 8 out of 10 people enjoy this movie. Critics, 80%. I'm like, shut the F up. Okay, this is the biggest mind F to me. The fact that the main bad guy had a little piece of paper. It's just the ultimate Deus Ex Machina. The piece of paper that was sitting on his effing chair. They're like, oh yeah, we know the password because he left it next to his chair. That shouldn't have even been a thing. The fact that somebody in the writer's room was like, yeah, this seems fine. Also, at the start, first of all, every single gate sucked asshole, dude. Every gate was like 10% of what it should have been. The whole race at the start, the death race, that's not how that happened. It's not part of it at all. He was supposed to be at his school, and it was supposed to be a non-combat zone, dude.
I'm effing crying, dude.
The book was so much more interesting. I'm so triggered. Okay. God damn it. Like the stupid Kong gorilla. Also the library with the guy. The library chat. Oh my. No, dude. You know how he watches back the thing in the library and then, what's the freaking guy's name? Halliday. So they're watching Halliday and then Halliday is like, you know what was really cool that one time in that movie when they went backwards? I wish I could make a thing where someone went backwards one time, and it's just the most obvious explanation ever, and supposedly thousands of gunters for years, no one has thought to go backwards at the start of that race. It's so not believable. There was something else major. Okay, first of all, they ruined the whole ending. Second of all, they dumbed the movie down for kids, and yet people were dropping F-bombs in the movie. The triangle dings in time with somebody winking, like the ultimate cheesy like kids movie thing from a bad guy, and yet there was also S-words and F-words being dropped. So it's like, Spielberg, I don't understand. There's no consistency here. It just doesn't make sense. The whole movie doesn't even know what it's doing. So anyway, chat, I hate Steven Spielberg now as a result. Also, get Melee, Nads.
I couldn't.
And before I get Melee, no! The fact that somebody used the word noob as an insult in that movie, because I guess that's how the writers think that gamers talk, also triggered me infinitely in the first scene. He's like, you couldn't kill the people even if you had the best items, you noob. And he actually says noob, unironically. And I was like, I was face farming for the rest of the movie after that, dude.
My sides hurt.
Can I review films, please?
Yes, oh my god, please.
The way they handled Og as well, I just remembered. Og was supposed to be in there from the start secretly. It was supposed to be a huge plot reveal at the end where Og is secretly helping them out and brings them all together. And they just didn't include Og, but then randomly included him at the end and just totally effed it up. He was supposed to be this all-powerful wizard who was secretly still friends with Halliday. And the way they brought up freaking... What's that chick's name? Kira. Kira was supposed to be the link. He's supposed to put her name in the computer, and that is what was supposed to take them into the final room. But they just put Kira right at the start, and he just gets it in like 1 second. He's like, oh, I guess it's Kira. Halliday went on a date with Kira before Og married her, and he just works that out right at the start, dude. It was supposed to be a huge reveal at the end. It's like they were like, okay, we have these really interesting plot points that are going to be major reveals at the end of the movie, but why don't we just throw them in at the start and just steamroll past them like they're not a big deal. I cry every time. Every major plot point, they were like, no, F that, dude. Why don't we just ruffle stomp that into the ground and use this other thing that sucks? Just have the marketing team write the story. We'll save a bunch of money. Like the way Wade looks. Oh, dude, the way that Wade looks in a movie is also a major facepalm. He just looks like this dumb little kid. We were supposed to get the ultra sick Mission Impossible scene where Parzival infiltrates the bad guy's base and we think he's gone insane and that's how he wins Artemis back. And no, none of that. Also, the two Japanese guys, Shoto and Dayato, they were absolutely memed in this movie. If you want to throw up all over yourself for about 2 straight hours, just watch the movie again. What a terrible film. That could be the worst movie I've ever seen, honestly. I'm reading Ready Player One right now. No spoilers, please. Debated. I'm so sorry, dude. I've basically spoiled the entire film. In the book in its entire... Literally every single conceivable plot point I've just spoiled. Dude, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Every possible aspect in maximum detail. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're reading the book, major spoilers ahead, dude. Oh, wow. Oh. God damn.